Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bonnie's Beat. I'm Bonnie Squires, and I like to interview people who are doing important things in the community, whether it's arts and culture, science, even athletics, educational. And today we have a very special person who has pulled off so many surprises for the city of Philadelphia. We've got the CEO of the Franklin Institute, Larry Dubinski. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for having me today.
Well, you've been had by Disney, by Quinta Brunson, and the cast of Abbott Elementary. Those are two of your most recent successes, but you've had a string of successes, and the Franklin Institute is like the place to have a well-seen exhibit. How many people have come so far for the Disney 100 exhibit?
Yeah, we're off to a great start. I mean, we've literally had so far, hundreds of thousands of people who have come to see the Franklin Institute and the kickoff of this exhibition. So we're really excited.
The exhibit runs till August 27th. Want people to know they can buy tickets between now and August 27th, right?
That's right. And we do recommend, as many of our exhibitions, our traveling exhibitions, that you get your tickets online at fi.edu and pick a time slot of which to come in to it in advance.
This 100th anniversary exhibit of Disney, how did you snag it? Because you're the first one, right?
That's right. The Institute really is the North American premier location for traveling exhibits. We've, been able to bring Harry Potter here last year, the latest rendition of a Harry Potter exhibition, world premiere exhibition here at the Franklin Institute. We've been a leader in bringing everything from Terracotta Warriors to Marvel, Jurassic World, you name it. And, I think we've really established ourselves as a leader that partners want to work here. They want to come to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a great city. It supports these phenomenal special exhibitions that we're able to bring. They show up, they bring friends. And importantly, we bring tourists into the city to enjoy not only the Franklin Institute and the exhibitions here, but also provide significant economic impact. So, for instance, last year, when we were thrilled to host the world premiere of Harry Potter, two important facts. One, it caused $157 million of economic impact for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So that is fantastic. Wow. And on second, we had people that came and saw Harry Potter spend on average, after they've, 3 to 3.5 hours going through the museum, right? Never in the time, coming out of COVID, has science been more important. And so for people to come and enjoy a Harry Potter exhibition or a Disney exhibition as we have now, and then go around and learn about bioscience and energy and sustainability, just so important. And so we feel we're helping not only on the education side, the inspiration side, and the economic impact side of things.
Did you have to go to Disney World in Florida? Where did you have to go to sign a deal for the Disney 100 exhibit?
Yeah, so our team works. There's an intermediary here, Simmel Exhibitions, based out of Germany, that works to get the deal with Disney. But we worked with Disney Archives out of Los Angeles, and other Disney properties throughout to work with to make this exhibition come, as well as Simmel. So a lot of work and effort. This comes out of Disney Archives, which is mainly in California. That really went into the vaults, to the crown jewels of Disney as it celebrated its 100 years, and pulled out some of the most fabulous items they have to bring here to Philadelphia and the Franklin Institute.
How many items are in this Disney 100 display?
Yeah, there's more than 250 objects that really capture this, 100 years of storytelling, creativity, kind of that magic that we all know is the Walt Disney Company.
There's even a first edition of what Mickey Mouse looked like, right?
That's right. I mean, it goes back to the beginning. Even before Mickey Mouse, there was Oswald. And it really goes back to the beginning of Walt Disney's role in animation and movie making, and Steamboat Willie, which is, the first time Mickey Mouse came alive. You'll learn about the story of that happening. And we even have the effect, the steamboat whistle, in this exhibition. So one of the first sound effects that came out of the Walt Disney Company, and that's in this exhibition as well.
I think I see over your left shoulder. Is that a Mickey Mouse or a Minnie Mouse?
That's Minnie. I have Mickey and Minnie there behind me on this side. Okay. And on the other side, I have Cinderella's castle with a whole bunch of the Disney characters, and that's a Lego-made Disney castle. So it's great. And I think it just inspires the imagination of young and old alike. I mean, I think that's why Disney is just so magical. Again, whether it's the movies, the music, the books, whether the TV shows and the stories that we can all relate to and learn from, it's just truly a magical business and in a magical way for, again, folks to come in and enjoy and learn about it.
You lucked out because the debut of the Disney live person, The Littlest Mermaid, is just airing in movie theaters. And that should also remind people, oh, there's a Disney 100 exhibit going on at the Franklin Institute right now.
That's right. And so, yeah, we are very excited about the launch of the new Little Mermaid, which I think will do phenomenal for audiences. And there's some previews in this exhibit about some of the newer Disney movies and television shows that are coming, and you can come and see one of the Little Mermaid's former dresses in this exhibition. As one of the props from one of the live action Disney Little Mermaids, is one of those many things. You see items from a variety of different musical animations and live action movies that come along in there.
There are some famous shoes that are on display. Whose shoes are on display?
That's right. Cinderella, right? Cinderella's shoe is in there. The glass slipper is in there. And, one of the amazing things is right next to the glass slipper is, the storybook from Snow White. And then also, it's a digital version of some of the fairy tales that are in there that you can, flip the page in a digital realm to get your hands on how that works. So you do dig into these fairy tales that the Disney company has brought to life. I mean, depending on what your favorite is, it's really in this exhibit, whether it's Pinocchio, whether it's the characters from Frozen, whether it's Belle, just on the Disney side of things, and then or it's some of the adventure movies that they had, and now as many people may know, is Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar all fall under the Disney umbrella. And so some phenomenal artifacts in there from Star Wars, including BB-8 in a costume with a stormtrooper and a lightsaber from Rey. And then, and one of my favorites is the costume from Black Panther and Captain America's shield. So you dig into those pieces. And then even in the Pixar realm, learning about, really, the not just the Imagineers of Disney, but what Pixar did to change and improve animation as well. And so that story is told.
From how far away, maybe from Europe, maybe from Asia, from Africa, have you had people who have come to the Franklin Institute to see the Disney 100 exhibit?
Yeah, right now I'd say maybe the farthest is Japan who has come, but we have people who, I think have come from almost every state at this point in time and more than 20 countries. Last year for Harry Potter, for example, they came from every state and territory and 45 countries. And we believe as summer approaches, we'll match those same statistics for this exhibition.
How many people work for you at the Franklin Institute?
Yeah, so we probably have around right now about 150 employees.
Do you have to put on extra help?
Yes, so that includes the extra help we have when we bring in a traveling exhibition. Yeah, we have a phenomenal staff. I mean, I think we're so fortunate. The team here at the Institute. I feel privileged every day to lead a dedicated team. They're just phenomenal. I mean, coming to work is it's just such a pleasure. I mean, yesterday, for instance, we had 3,000 school kids in the morning.
3,000?
3,000, and loving the Institute. You walk outside on the steps and you see 40 plus yellow school buses. And people, the kids, the teachers, the chaperones, just having an amazing time. And the team that works on that here at the Institute, our education staff, our visitor service staff, our admissions staff, but really everybody, just to ensure that people have a phenomenal time when they come and visit the museum.
I have to give a shout out to your communications director, Stephanie Santo, who is fabulous. And
yeah,
she's anything you need, she provides it. She's amazing.
Yeah, she is phenomenal. And we've had a lot of fun with Disney. I mean, I think, this is fun. And candidly, the world needs some fun. And they need to be, creativity is so key. And I think imagination and storytelling and what we're able to do in Disney, bring that to life, that, there's creativity in everybody. And I think that's what I love about, kind of this exhibition is as you go through it. You hear people singing. There's a special soundtrack that was composed for this using some of the other Disney music. I mean, you hear people humming their way through or singing their way through the exhibition. And you see, I think, the multi-generations, right? So we have from Mary Poppins, the carousel and one of the horses from the carousel. And, you see generations talking about Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. And then, showing their younger grandchildren or children that piece there is, it's wonderful to go through and see things along those lines in this exhibition. And then one of the final galleries is this trip to Walt Disney World. And again, I think for those that have had the opportunity to go, brings back memories. But it also tells some of the story about theme parks and how really that theme park really changed the world of theme parks around the world forever. So there is, I think, as I say, there's something for everybody in there, whether you're, a music fan, a storytelling fan, a Imagineering fan, a technology fan, no matter who you are, I guarantee you there's something in there. I mean, even for, the tween, the High School Musical, the Hannah Montana fans, there's things in this exhibition for them as well. So, as I say, there's something for everybody.
Whom did you escort through from your family?
Oh, so I've been fortunate that my kids have been able to go through this exhibition with me, and they love it. They have their favorites, both newer favorites and older favorites. And
how old are your kids, Larry?
So they're older now. So 22 and 20, and but grew up, like many people on Disney. I mean, went to many movies and Walt Disney World with them, and they love it. So they're big Disney fans, and to be able to have it, in Philadelphia down the street, they're very excited.
Let's talk about funding. Where does the funding for the Franklin Institute come from? And it must cost a fortune to rent this Disney 100 exhibit?
Yeah, each model's a little different on exhibitions, but obviously people coming to the Institute when admission is huge for us in order to carry our mission forward, and then also philanthropy. We're very fortunate on philanthropy. We have two sponsors for this exhibition. We're very fortunate that PICO is our presenting local sponsor, and also very appreciative that our associate local sponsor is PNC Bank. Two of really amazing funders in this city that help so many organizations, and just so fortunate to work with PICO and PNC in presenting this exhibition here at the Institute.
Does the state legislature include a line in the budget for the Franklin Institute? If they don't, they should.
Well, it's tough. I mean, we used to be a non-preferred appropriation. We get a little dollars from PHMC that comes through the legislature, and always, working with our wonderful public servants to see how more funding will come to the Institute so that we can forward our mission. I mean, when you're bringing numbers like $157 million in economic impact, when you're the most visited museum in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania or New Jersey, seeing over 800,000 people a year, these are the things, and that doesn't even count some of our outreach and other educational programs that we do, not just through the Commonwealth, but throughout the country. The impact's huge, and public funding is, we're always looking for support there, and just very fortunate to the many individuals, corporations, foundations that support us. Our members here at the Institute are phenomenal. And then just those individuals, the people we love that just, they may not be members, but they're come and they're patrons. And while they're enjoying all the museums there, it really does help forward the mission of inspiring a passion for learning about science and technology, not just for them, but for others that may not have been able to afford to come, that we offer to come for free or at highly discounted prices.
Has the Speaker of the House, Joanna McClinton, has she been to the Franklin Institute yet?
I would imagine she has in the past. She has not since her new role, but many of our legislators have, and we hope to get her back in while Disney is here.
You need to invite her.
Absolutely, and we do. We invite all of our legislators to come and see what we're doing here and the impact we're making. And we are very hopeful that, perhaps this summer, once session comes to an end, that those that have not yet been here recently come back to visit us.
Was Mayor Kinney among those who welcomed the Disney exhibit?
Yeah, Mayor Kinney has been here for this exhibit, and enjoyed the exhibit and seeing it, and as has several city council people as well. So.
Now, Sherelle Parker, I don't have a crystal ball, but I have a feeling that Sherelle Parker is going to be the next mayor after the November votes are tallied. She won the Democratic primary, and she had this unity breakfast, which was brilliant of her. She had all the people who ran against her for mayor showed up for a treaty breakfast. They're all pledging to support her. And even the one who was on travel who couldn't be there, Reinhardt, she also has pledged that she will support her. So that was a big deal. But Sherelle Parker needs to come to Disney 100, right?
Yeah, I mean, we welcome all of the individuals running for mayor to come and join us here. We were very fortunate. Most of the candidates have been to the Institute many times before, but we were part of the group of educational nonprofits that hosted a mayoral forum where we talked about some of these issues around education, had great participation from the mayoral candidates discussing education and how we can move that forward in this community. And we as the Franklin Institute obviously played host to that convening, again, among many organizations in the city to try to move the ball forward on education.
Has the new superintendent, Watlington, has he visited the Franklin Institute?
He has, and Bill Height has been here many times, and the new superintendent, we very much look forward to working with as well to help him achieve success in his role.
Watlington just released his 5-year plan. I don't know if he specifically mentioned the Franklin Institute, but you might want to reach out to the superintendent and say, hey, buddy, put the Franklin Institute in one of your chapters.
Well, we do a lot of teacher professional development. As you know, that many of the schools in Philadelphia come here, and if they do, they come for free. And we look forward to continuing to work with the city on, again, professional development we can do not just for teachers in schools, but we also work with a lot of out of school time partners, including community centers, but also libraries around, again, not just in Philadelphia and not just in the counties around here, but we do a program that's in 20 states where we help train librarians to teach science together with literacy. And, again, wherever we can work together to forward education, we try to do that.
Maybe you should invite the governor of Florida, DeSantis, come to the exhibit to see what he's going to be missing out on.
Yeah, Bonnie, as you know, we are non-political here at the Institute.
Right.
So we welcome everybody to come to the Franklin Institute and learn about, what education does and how it can lift all boats. And how important that is, not just here in Philadelphia, obviously, but around the country and around the world. And that's why we do partnerships, again, not just here in the region, but around the country and some around the world as well. So
now let's switch to Abbott Elementary. When that show first went on the air, as a former teacher myself, high school English teacher, I fell in love with that show. I wrote my column about it in the Mainline Times. I just love it. And when I saw that they were doing a special taping at the Franklin Institute, I said, oh, Larry must have waved a magic wand. How did you get in touch with Quinta Brunson, who's a Philadelphian?
Yeah, actually, we feel really fortunate. So actually, their producers reached out to us last fall to explore featuring us in an upcoming episode, specifically looking at a field trip to the Franklin Institute, and the giant heart was high on their mind. And we had several calls and meetings, and then the producers came and toured the space in advance of filming, and fell in love with it as well, and decided to do their first shoot outside of Los Angeles here in Philadelphia. And it was amazing. The filming did take place in late January. Obviously, we were under confidentiality, not able to do it, but we were open, and we had rolling closures throughout the time they were here filming. So it was phenomenal. And Quinta and Tyler James William filmed here at the Institute, as well as some local students as extras. And it was phenomenal. They were in the train factory, the Benjamin Franklin National Memorial, the front steps, and of course, in the giant heart.
It was a great show, as a matter of fact. Every week, Abbott Elementary delivers, but that was special for people who are from the Philadelphia region, who have been to the Franklin Institute, who remember the past exhibits that were absolutely spectacular. The Dead Sea Scrolls, for one. I'm trying to think the name of the Egyptian.
The King Tut. King Tut and Cleopatra.
The King Tut exhibit was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we all had to come in costume for the opening party. That was terrific.
I think for us, what was so exciting about Abbott Elementary was, first of all, obviously, what a great show, so well written,
and won many awards.
Many awards, and just phenomenal. I mean, Quentin and Tyler James Williams were just phenomenal. And, we were fortunate that Derek Pitts, our chief astronomer, and Daryl Williams, our senior VP of Science and Education, and I were able to spend some time with them, which was great. But I think it showed why school field trips are so important. I mean, I heard from colleagues around the country that run science museums as well, just how great they felt that it showcased why taking kids out of the element of being in a classroom is so important for them to engage, to learn, to have a good time, and why science centers are so important. So for us, the Franklin Institute was great, but I got to tell you, nationwide, I heard from people who were just so excited because I think their phones came off the hook too, as people were like, you know what, we need to go back and do some field trips at places like the Franklin Institute and the Franklin Institute.
How many awards has the Franklin Institute gathered since you've been the CEO?
We've been fortunate. We've had, we've gotten a lot of accolades for our work, both nationally and locally, really our educational work. Last year we won an award from the National Girls Collaborative for programs we're doing nationwide. We've won awards locally. We were a finalist for the IMLS National Medal Award.
What does IMLS for those of us?
The Institute of Museum and Library Services. We were fortunate to be named a finalist for one of their awards. But we've won, both our staff individually as well as the institution have won a lot of awards for kind of the work we do in the community, for the programs that we've been able to bring forward. And then our phenomenal awards program that we've been doing for almost 200 years as we approach our 200th anniversary next year has won several Mid-Atlantic Emmys based on the stories we tell of scientists and their impact on the world we all live in. So again, feel very, very fortunate to work with this great team of not just staff, but also our trustees, our board, just an amazing group of individuals.
Who chairs your board this time?
Yeah, our current board chair is Tom Lynch. He's the former CEO of TE Connectivity, and is just an amazing individual. And Don Morell, who is the former CEO, chairman of West Pharmaceuticals, was the chair of our board for the 9 previous years before Tom Lynch stepped in. But we have an amazing board of individuals from...
we have to shout out to the Carabots.
And yes. Unfortunately, Nick passed away from COVID during the past several years. But
I didn't know
Athena is doing phenomenal, and their daughters, and continue to just be phenomenal supporters of the Institute. And we're so fortunate to have the Nicholas and Athena Carabots Pavilion here as well. Yeah,
they've got a whole structure. You know how much you have to give to have a whole structure with your name on it. Oh my goodness! But you've done an amazing job with all these people, and we want everybody to know that they can still get tickets through August 27th for the Disney 100 exhibit. What's the email address?
Yes, fi.edu. Again, fi.edu. Please get your tickets in advance, and we think you'll come. You'll not just enjoy Disney 100, you'll enjoy the other phenomenal exhibits we have here at the Institute.
Okay, well, I'm enjoying looking at Minnie Mouse over your left shoulder.
There you go.
Mickey, yeah, there's both of them. Anyway, our guest today on Bonnie's Beat has been Larry Dubinski, who's the CEO and the brains behind the Franklin Institute these days. And if you want to find out more, just go to the Franklin Institute, because it's a phenomenal place. It really is. And it will inspire boys and girls to go on to have a science education. Anyway, thank you very much, Larry. It was a pleasure, and continued success.
Bonnie, thank you very much. Really appreciate this opportunity, and all the best to you as well.